All right, guys, we have UFC 265 tonight. All right, so I'm getting my stuff out here late. So if you guys see it, try and throw some bets on really quickly, or just if you want to know who I think is going to win. I actually this is the second time I had to do this video. I just recorded it, tried to get it out really fast, and then I realized that my mic wasn't on at all. So genius. Don't rush through things, kids. But this card is an awesome card, almost top to bottom, but it's a bad card to bet. And the reason for that is these fights are so competitive. Like, who the hell knows who's going to win most of these fights? I mean, it's insane. Even the main event, we've got Cyril Gane and Derek Lewis. The odds are actually kind of heavily in Cyril Gane's favor. I think he's around a negative 300, and you have Derek Lewis at a plus 265 or something like that. But that's a toss-up fight. I mean, Cyril Gane is probably better everywhere. He's a better fighter. He has better fight IQ. He's a better striker. He's better everywhere. And Derek Lewis might win by knockout 5 seconds into the fight or 5 seconds left in the fight. It's kind of a wild, crazy fight to bet. But the bets, I actually, like I said, I had a bet already. This is late. This is part of my prop bet, or not my prop, I'm sorry, my parlay bet, and it's already hit, so I'll tell you what it is. But so I have Johnny Munoz, and he already won, so I'm doing well there. Separate from that, I've got, in the same parlay, I've got Johnny Munoz, I've got Rafael Fiziev over Bobby Green, and then I have two prop bets with that parlay, which is Tesha Torres and Angela Hill goes over a round, and then that Bobby Green and Fiziev goes over a round. And the reason why I threw in those prop bets is I don't like this card to bet on. It doesn't even matter what the odds are. It's hard to actually call the fights. And before I bet on anything, I don't really look at odds first. I look at who I think is going to win. There's not a lot of clear-cut winners on this card. There's a lot of really competitive matchups. So a good way to bet on these cards where you don't really want to bet, you can't choose a winner, is, does the fight go the distance? Does the fight go over a round? Does it go over a round and a half? Things like that. You kind of know. I mean, Tesha Torres and Angela Hill, they generally go to decisions. It's kind of all bets are risky, but that's a easier, less risky bet that they go over a round or a round and a half. And you can throw some money on that and probably not lose a ton. You're not going to get great odds, but you add some of those props on top of some actual bets, and you can kind of make a little bit of money on these cards. Separate top to bottom, I mean, that's pretty much the only thing I bet today was I bet straight up against Munoz, Johnny Munoz winning, which he did. I bet Rafael Fiziev over Bobby Green. That fight hasn't happened yet. And then those are my only two straight up bets. And then I did a couple parlays with those two, Munoz and Fiziev, with the props that I said earlier. And then I did a couple other props of just people winning, rounds, fights go over one round. I think I did Pedro Munoz and Aldo goes over a round. I did a parlay with that one, Fiziev and Tesha Torres all going over a round. So we'll see how I do. Next weekend, bets are better. But top to bottom, just who I think are actually going to win the fights, regardless of actually betting odds, and I didn't throw money on these. I think Cyril Gane wins. Everybody's going for Lewis. I love Lewis. I hope Lewis wins. I think he's probably going to lose. I think Jose Aldo beats Pedro Munoz. And I don't know why. Everything in my soul tells me Vicente Luque is going to beat Michael Chiesa. But I think Chiesa's going to win. The smart money, my brain is saying Luque, but I don't know. I think Chiesa is going to be able to get it done. And then I think Casey Kenny is going to get a tough-fought decision win over Song Yadong. And that's what I have. That's what I have for winners. That's what I have for bets. Hopefully you guys win some money. Don't lose a lot. Don't bet more than you can lose. And I hope you guys enjoy the fights tonight.